There we go.
All right, the stream is on.
Whoa, was that a new intro screen?
I mean, technically speaking, it's been there for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, it does. I mean, I always play it before I even get into the call with you guys, so that could be an explanation why not a lot of people have seen it.
And also, I haven't been here for the last few streams, except for last month.
No worries. The funny thing is, all right, there we go. Now we're gonna get some. Now we got some people. They're realizing that we're
cool.
They're streaming. Okay, hello everybody.
What's up?
How are all of you today?
Voila.
Everything good?
I'm actually gonna make this post again in the announcements here. Zoop. Robot.
And shall I say the introduction again?
No, we're good.
We all know why we're here.
I mean, I was about to get an introduction speech.
Hold on. There we go. Now I made the announcement on the Discord thing. Okay, let me get in some copyright-free music going here so we can have some background tunes as we're waiting for our hour mark.
Greetings, everyone!
Welcome to the premiere of the first episode's Animatic. We know you will all be very excited to see the actual content of Teenage Robot Rebooted.
Yay!
Yeah, boy! It's good there, boys!
We freaking did it, everybody!
We did it.
Well, we did half of it.
Yes, we did half of it.
Only part one.
Part one's done. Part two is on its way. We just
Yes,
need
it's
a
still
lot
working
of
on that.
fixing.
Yeah, I know.
Remember a year ago when we said it would take us a year or so to get the to get most of the
Yeah, remember late summer, early fall of 2019?
Hey, we said that we would get it done late summer, early fall. We didn't say which year it would be. But yeah, that was an oopsie. But to be fair, remember like last time when we were talking about that, we were talking about if we decided to go to convert everything to 1080p, it would take us way longer. Well, guess what? Most of the scenes in part one are 1080p. They're not. Most of them have been converted.
Because we already upscaled them from our storyboarded versions.
Not all of them. There's still a few scenes that are still.
Yeah, it's good enough.
There's still a few scenes that are 4:3, but most of them are 16:9 now in the animatic you're about to see. Let's see. Oh, you guys still got a black screen. Oh, that's right. I haven't even.
I'm doing a screen sharing thing right now.
There we go. We got some nice quiet background music now. Okay. What should I load up? Jeez, I got an hour of just basically twiddling my thumbs until we premiere the episode.
Just do a drawing prompt.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a fun idea. I haven't done drawing prompts in a long time. I've been mostly either been working on storyboards or drawing like what do you call them? Title cards. I'll do some drawing prompts from the peoples in the chat.
I'm gonna be doing this sketch of the Premiere thing. So guess I'm coming out. I'm kind of out. You can screen share my screen. By the way, Nate. So
I can try. I'm still on my old computer. I'm not.
Oh crap! That's right.
My new
I'll
one.
tell you what. I'm going to show
I
you
believe
this,
you can
and
do
then
it.
you can use it on OBS.
Mhm.
There will be a thing in OBS where you can like bring in the image.
No, yeah, no. I
With
get.
the window
I know
image
what. I know
capture.
how to do it. I don't know if my computer can handle that many windows though, because I remember my newer one struggled sometimes to do it, and if my newer one struggled at times to do it, then my old one here is gonna be a shit show.
Hmm.
I believe you can still do it.
I think it's namely because my newer computer has 16 gig RAM and this older one still only has 8. So it's a little, and the graphics card is not as good. So it's like it's both things working against it. Yeah, it's still a black screen because my Photoshop is loading. Tell Photoshop to hurry up. But in the meantime, I'm doing drawing prompts now for until we premiere. So people in the chat start sending drawing prompts, and they'll pick one, and I'll be drawing that.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna look for questions. And I'm also gonna be doing a drawing prompt, but I probably won't be able to screen share it.
Photoshop is also being stupid and not adjusting to my tablet size for some reason.
If anyone likes cars, what's your favorite cars?
Like
My dream.
do
No,
they
I mean like
the vehicles or the movies?
I would think the vehicles. But my dream car is like a Dodge Challenger.
I have always wanted a Shelby Cobra.
Well, I guess
and
that answers that question.
and not I'm not the classical one. I like the new one. I like the new look. I know the classical one's it's a big collector's item for cars collectors, but I honestly like the new models for the Shelby Cobra. Okay, Photoshop is loaded. I can now take drawing prompts.
Oh hey! Rubeast from the Pogo Discord community.
The what?
Pogo Discord. It's a Pogo Discord server. It's basically for everything Pogo related.
Pogo?
Yes.
What is Pogo? I am Googling.
Here, I wish there's a way to like invite you, but seems like the
A free
invitations are
online gaming website.
No. Nick Berkey. Oh, okay. I'm gonna find him on YouTube so that you can understand it a little better. Okay, here it is. This is the Pogo I'm talking about. Enemy in chat.
I'm checking it out now. They still have a black screen. I'm gonna fix that right now. You guys have been looking at the black screen. It's supposed to be a celebration. Photoshop. Here we go. All right. Any drawing prompts? I'm taking drawing prompts. And now I'm gonna look at the Pogo. What's Pogo?
It's enemy in chat already.
Yep. Oh. Okay. It's just like it's a music video thing. Okay. Jenny versus Red.
Jenny versus Red. The people are now confused.
Whoa.
I know.
Somebody's echoing like crazy.
Someone's using their speakerphone.
Oops, I'm using the phone.
A tutorial of how to draw Jenny. I think that could be fun. Let's try that. And then I'll do some more like other stuff. Or I could do a tutorial of how to draw Jenny while drawing her in another drawing prompt. We're banging on all cylinders now. If only my tablet would... There. Okay, that's a little too far back. Can we get it on a... How about 40? 40! 40 is a good number. Okay. Please check Google Forms. I need a job.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm sorry for your predicament, but we are not a paying job. We're volunteer work, so I'm sorry, but I would not look for a job here. We can't help. I'm sorry.
What the hell? Really? What's going on with you?
Inkmaker 2064. Quick question: do you plan on returning the silver shell and possibly Jenny discovering discovering Sheldon is in the suit? Returning the silver shell, yes. Discovering Sheldon, wait and see. If Jenny were to have a guitar, would it be blue or white? Be a mix.
If Jenny had a guitar, it'd probably be like it'd probably be a BC Rich, like a BC Rich butterfly or whatever it's called.
I also have a feeling it would somehow come out of her. Like it'd be like in her rib cage, and then she'd take it and then play it.
Wait, no, it's not butterfly. It's mockingbird. BC Rich mockingbird.
This is stressful. I am currently monitoring both comment streams. All right.
Have we heard of the distraction dance?
I feel like this is a trick question. Adhering to it would mean you're distracted. There's already an image of Jenny getting a captcha, or however you pronounce it. Captcha? Captcha. I see you asking if I see your drawing comment, Levon Media. It would help, though, if you just say the drawing comment.
Go get distracted, guys, says Real Beast.
Nate and crew, have you watched any of Lupin the Third? I have never heard of Lupin the Third, so I have never watched it. Has anyone else?
I've heard Lupin the Third in animation look back, Stu Ghibli, but not actually saw it.
Okay.
Question, is the DeviantArt page dead or something?
That's on me. I haven't updated in a while. It's not. I need to. Now that the animatic is behind, or the part 1 for the animatic's behind us, I'm going to be focusing on updating other things for the project. I've been focusing on that animatic part 1 for so long now.
You make like another update video.
Yeah, that too. I need to do an update video, and I need to update the DeviantArt page with more concept art. I would love to see Nate drawing Misty, but in his own style. Ironically enough, I do not think I have a style yet of like my own shtick. It's kind of weird. Because even when I was like, it's kind of weird. Even when I was going through like my character design classes and stuff like that, and those character design lessons, I would never like say like, okay, it's time to draw in my style. I would always be like, ooh, what if I did like a He-Man kind of Tim Burton kind of vibe, or like I mash these two styles together and see what happens. Ooh, what if I do like the Oopa versus, oh, I don't know, Looney Tunes, and it's like, what happens if I do that? And it's like I don't necessarily have my own style yet. I should say I should probably get one, develop one, but
Yeah, same here.
the closest thing I can call to a style is when I'm drawing monsters and stuff. I have a very specific way of doing it because I know how to draw them that way. I don't, but in monsters I mean like kaiju and dinosaurs and all that jazz. Anyway, I haven't seen a lot of props with Jenny yet, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead with the tutorial on how to draw her, and then if we get another prompt down the line, I'll just draw that too, because we're already 20 minutes in. All right, so how to draw Jenny, or at least first of all, it's really pertaining to like how you tackle drawing things. First off, how I like to do it is I always like to start with getting an understanding of where her head's gonna be in whatever pose she's doing. For instance, let's have I don't want to just do a generic like a model pose. Let's have a pose where she's maybe like leaning on the ground and firing a blaster. So like, first I would start with just a basic, a sketchy circle. Bear with me, Photoshop is being a little tedious right now. Right? And then you do, at least what I do the curved plus sign to get an understanding where her face and eyes are. And then what that also does is that tells you where her cheek is, because you just draw that and you just follow that line all the way out. And that becomes her cheek. Or whatever that little point is. Jury's still out on that one.
Is it a cheek? Is it a nose?
Then you complete it where you just draw the curved line up there for her hair. You don't have to do the triangles yet. It's just to get the general shapes in. Draw the little 2 circle things for her pigtails. and then you can either go ahead and draw the pigtail triangles just to get again. This is just to get an understanding of where everything is before you get into the main event. And now we have an idea of where the head's looking, which is it's looking out over here. And I want her to be firing a blaster that direction. But I want the pose to be dynamic. So, let's have the line of action. Start at the neck. Kind of come down here. And that's just about it for her body. Shapes there. Base a square, a curvy square. Nah, curvy rectangle for both the top and bottom. The top one squeezes more than the bottom one. But they both squeeze inward in the torso region. Now, continue that line of action down to her where her leg's gonna be. And sometimes you can just kind of follow that line of action and just build the leg off of that. Jenny's legs are always just these giant triangle-like shapes. Sometimes they bend into different shapes themselves, but they always come back to this kind of bent triangle sort of shape. And then that, of course, becomes her foot. Just by two little lines there. And this is where the Teenage Robot style gets a little fun. Where you would think that you'd have to draw her knee or something. Not her knee, her thigh. You don't need to draw that in this pose, at least. I'm going for a pose where like she's got her other foot right here. See, I don't even need to draw her thigh. I just need to draw her shin, like so. Although
yeah, where it's going in kind of like a football shape.
Yeah, although I don't like how that boot, the bottom bit turned out. I kind of want it pointing a little bit more at the camera. Although it's kind of going off screen, but. Go. This is going to be our gun arm. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But, and then over here, what are we going to do with this hand? Is it good? I feel like she's got a balance. She's got so much weight going on this side. Mm-hmm. Like, she's leaning over here, which kind of implies that this thing is going to be gigantic. So, maybe have her arm kind of come out over here. Kind of like... either, like, bracing for impact in case she falls backwards. No, that just...
Or just give her another gun.
Yeah, maybe another gun. Because this kind of looks like she's just falling. When she's got an arm back, like, wah! Oh, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have, like... gun cocked and ready to go. There we go. Something like that. Now, her hands... I mean, granted, I'm drawing weapons on her right now, but if you wanted to draw her hands, always start with the palm, or like where you want the arm, where the hand to be, and then figure out the tube later that leads up to it. It's always a little thicker where the hand is versus where it connects to the torso. It's never even. Her shoulder area is thinner than her wrist in terms of artistic style. And then her hand, there's no real tutorial for it. It's like you gotta, it's whatever pose. It depends on what pose you're doing. If you're making a fist, you probably want to start with the lead finger, the pointer finger. Go on with the other two, and then draw that thumb over top. If you want to do an open hand, again, always start with the palm. I like to let myself know that I'm doing an open hand. I like to just sketch in quick her palm, just a little circle with a curvy line attached to it. And let's say this is her. I have to turn my hand around. Her left hand, her thumb would go right here. And there's Teenage Robot, the fingers, humans and robots, at least the ones with not sharp fingers. The fingers are always these half squeezed hot dogs. And then what I mean by that is if I were to draw that thumb and give it another side, it'd look like a hot dog. That's if you cover one side up there, and that's a finger for Teenage Robot. And then for her 3 other fingers, again, it depends on what you want to draw them doing. But if you just want an open hand, I always recommend, and the art style book recommends this as well, or the art style guide. First of all, check it out. Teenage Robot hands, when they're open at least, always, or sometimes even when they're kind of closed, they always kind of follow this kind of line work where the finger is kind of curving this way, or the thumb, I should say. And that means everything else is also going to kind of curve in that direction. Almost. I mean, well, pretty much always, but like... So check it out. Because if you do it like this... Oop, I drew that hand a little too big. This is kind of disorienting. It's not illegal, don't get me wrong. But see how this is kind of disorienting? Because you got this curve coming this way, and this curve coming this way. So those two curves together directly conflict with one another. The hand doesn't really like to do that. So if I can erase properly, please. It would look better if they all followed the same curve. Or I could be completely opposite right now, and I haven't looked at the art book style in a while. I just remember this is a rule with the lines of the hands. I could be wrong. But again, not a hard rule with these line of actions with the fingers. It's because again, it's fingers. They're supposed to move around and mess with each other and, you know, mix and mingle. But see, this is all automatically like easier to look at with the human eye. Or easier to look at with the human eye. Easier to grasp what hand this is. Because they're all bending the same way. and you can tell that this is a standalone thumb away from everybody else, you know? But yeah, that's a quick thing of how to just draw like the open hand and a fist. But onto the weapons. Obviously, if you want to draw one of her classic weapons, you just go and check it out, and just from the old show, and just to copy it as best you can. If you want to do a new weapon, that's a little bit more tricky. Obviously, you got to come up with it. The way I like to do it, if I'm ever coming up with a weapon for Jenny, it's always always a rule of cool. And I drew too many curves in her elbow there. Always a rule of cool with Jenny's contraptions. It does not have to make sense. It just has to look really cool and have some sort of physical like weapon capability. I'm getting the stickler for a sketch here. Okay. Let's say... How about... We have like a... big gun there. 2 tiny guns here. Some sort of missile launcher squeezed inside that. Like a mini rocket launcher's inside. And Teenage Robot loves to do the half moon shapes, or the half circles to signify cylinders. I should probably actually... No, it looks good with the full barrel. A little targeting thing right here. And then figure out how she's gonna... Is it gonna be just attached to her arm? Or is she gonna have to like pull a trigger? Let's see. I think it might be a little bit more visually interesting if she has to pull a trigger. So I'm just gonna grab that, move it up.
That gun has a face.
Let's go. Tweak it a little bit so it's angled properly. So this will be coming out of her arm. Probably needs a little bit more support than that, though. Maybe like...
It's got a face and a little tail.
I will name it the Pig Cannon.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a pig. In fact, let's give it little devil horns.
Oh no.
Now, you know what? No. Not
I was
devil
gonna
horns.
say,
What am I saying?
What does that have to do with pigs?
Horns.
I don't know why I thought that. I think I should... Tusks.
You mean tusks?
Yes, I think I should give it
go.
tusks.
Warthog. You're talking about a warthog, mate.
Let's see, the tusks. and they can just be some fun pointy thingies right up the front. There we go. And then the trigger. It does look like a pig. The reticle looks like a it's a little tail. That's great. It's the warthog. And then how she fires it. How do I make it more pig themed? Is there anything that that goes on a pork belly?
Put antlers on it, someone says. Just
Antlers?
make a weird hybrid animal, I guess. Yeah, you know the antler pigs.
I've heard of jackalope, like the rabbit with the antlers. I've never heard of a pig with antlers. Let's see. Maybe just have a standard trigger.
It shoots bacon.
Oh wow!
That sounds like
Now
something.
you're
That
making-
sounds like something Sheldon would invent, where it's like it's just over the top contraption that does this very simple thing.
Let's make this a real weapon in season 5.
We can make it in season 4 if we wanted to. I mean, it's just we just throw it into one of the fights. You know, in the many instances where we had in our scripts where we go, Jenny fires a weapon or she fires a gun. We can just make this gun. We cheat about that. I think we talked about that before on stream, where we cheat with that a lot, where it's like in the scripts where it's like they fight and leave it for the storyboard. I am like struggling to freaking draw an S today. I don't know what's happening with her. Like, see, that's the wrong way. There we go. Now, technically, though, I need to do it so... This comes over here. And then this goes into her hand. Like that. There we go. Add some studs for detail. I do feel like it needs something up top, though. Maybe like... a little mane of metal spikes. There we go. There we go. The warthog. And then this basically is like, after you get like this much done, it's like you got a sketch where it's like this is your sketch stage is complete. Let's just draw a quick face. feel like her eyes are a bit disproportional there, but I can fix that in post. And then you would basically take this. I don't have time for this because we're gonna be premiering the episode here in 20 minutes. But you would take this and you would just go with your black line detail. This is Photoshop, so I would set the smoothing really high up. Set the opacity to 100 because this would be your final lines. And maybe the thickness, and the thickness is completely depending on who's drawing the picture. I think 30 might be good for me. And then you just basically do this, where you just gently trace over what you sketched. And this is Photoshop's being very laggy right now, which is why I cannot do this right now. But it's basically, and then you how you get pointed lines is that you do what I just did, where you just you intersect your lines, you grab the erase tool, and then just erase the bit that they intersected, or that it goes too far, gently, and then now you have a pointy line without having to deal with any vector lines. I'm not saying that this is not a good traced foot, though. I don't like how that turned out, but you get my point. That's how you would continue on. You would also do make this gun look a lot better. I just did the basic shape for it right now. I didn't do any details like the warthog over there. But yeah, that's basically how you draw Jenny.
Yay!
Huzzah.
All right.
That was riveting. Riveting.
Alright, let's see. And are there any? Did I miss any questions? Ba-ba-ba-bum. Was someone asking what I use? I use a Samsung smart fridge.
Samsung fridge? What?
No, a Samsung smart fridge to draw my Jenny.
Oh no, we can't use Baconator because apparently it's been copyrighted already, trademarked by Wendy's.
That does not sound like a copyrightable name.
They trademarked it though.
Because it's like one of those things where you stick anything, and you stick Inator. That's what Phineas and Ferb made fun of. You can stick Inator in front of anything, and it sounds like it's a thing.
Yet they trademarked it though. Wendy's trademarked it.
Huh.
Well, they trademarked Baconator specifically. They
Oh
didn't
no!
trademark the use of Ater.
Yeah, no. They trademark Baconator. They did not trademark Baconator. Okay. I'll type this in the public chat. Wendy's copyrighted Baconator. They did not copyright Baconator. I almost misspelled Wendy's. It's only a difference by one letter,
Alright.
by 2 letters, but that's enough to make it. I think that's enough to make it copyrightable. About 10 minutes, 13 minutes to go. Oh, by the way, when this happens, we are going to be going dark on this live stream that we're doing right now. what I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna mute ourselves and mute everything here, and just basically give everybody the link to go watch it. And then we'll come back here in 20 minutes once it's all said and done, and then we'll answer questions and stuff. I could try to stream it here, but again, that's gonna be, as we've learned in the past, that just makes things super laggy, and it's not a good watching experience. So I just figured, you know what? I'll just give everybody the link. We'll put a pause on this stream as everybody's watching it, and then we'll come back here and after the 20 minutes are up, and then talk about it, answer questions, and all that jazz. Robbie Bobby 212, is Jenny going to be able to swim and dive and do water stuff in the beach episode? Let me think. Not without assistance, and I will leave it at that. Storm Shadow 210. Sheldon, Jenny has wronged Sheldon way more than he had ever did to her. I would disagree with that statement. The stalking is a little much. Noble Bra, do you think Jenny has some sort of micro-technology that makes all her weapons and gadgets fit inside her, or if it's just cartoon logic? It's... Okay. Real answer, it's cartoon logic. If you want to go like the hyper world-building route, I'm sure that it has something to do with that device that sucked Tuck's head into another dimension or something. I'm sure it has something to do with that, but it's really just cartoon.
Wait, what?
In Victim of Fashion, when they were tearing out all Jenny's weapons and parts, there was this single little device that was completely just for comedic effect, don't get me wrong, but what it does is that it opens itself and it basically sucks whatever is in front of it into this other dimensional black hole or something. And Tuck's head got
that
sucked.
could have also been cartoon logic.
True.
Like, it's probably just like a vacuum pump.
True. That's like that's
but
what I'm
I
saying.
do like that theory, though.
Stuff that
Yeah.
Tuck apparently did not want to see, apparently.
What? Who? I'm sorry. What'd you say? Say that one more-
Were there stuff like where Tuck did not want to see that in that episode?
Maybe.
Brad was covering Tuck's eyes because of
no, that was just that was just a joke where it's like, poor innocent Tuck, shield your eyes. I'm not saying I should reiterate. I'm not saying I hate Sheldon. I'm just saying that he needs like he needs the this is the reason why you suck speech, and then he needs to improve himself. That's what he needs.
Yeah, he needs that very badly right now.
So close. We're getting so close.
So close.
And this, ironically, yes, this is going to be about 20 minutes in length. It's a little long. That's one of the problems we got with it right now. Our mark we're trying to aim for with this first part was 15 minutes. It's about 3 minutes over. Oopsies. But that's part of the reason why we're showing it. Because there's you'll see in the survey, there's part of it where it's like, which scenes do you think should be cut down? So we can like go in and cut these scenes down a little bit. He's muted in the stream, he says. That's on him. I don't know how to... I don't know. You're not muted for me. I think it's something to do with your microphone. I could, like, mute you and unmute you and see what happens, but I think I think it's something to do with your connection or your microphone there, Eddie.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably deafened yourself. That's probably the reason why you were going silent.
Well, and I tried it a few times and to talk to you guys by doing a push to talk, and still no response.
Then that probably
Push
would
the
have done
deafen
it.
button by accident.
And even it's not activating deafen. It's not deafen either.
To Nate and the crew, when will you do part 2 of the Animatic? In the future.
We don't know.
we'll cross that bridge as we get there. I mean, it's all boarded out, but like this one, we have to construct it, you know? And it's like, and when we construct it, we go back and redraw some frames, add a little bit more detail, convert it to 16 by 9, yada,
Pretty
yada,
much
yada.
get new dialogue recorded and everything. If dialogue needs to be changed and everything, and then
Well, that one was because I had the idea of switching. I mean, we can talk about that in the... because they've seen the test trailer, and they will notice the difference. That there's a setting that no longer exists. But... in replace of another thing, but... we can talk about that when we get there, but... yeah.
how does Big Chungus really
Big
miss
Chungus
your
is
car?
here? Oh my god, I am such a fan. I'm kidding.
Oh wow, this is gonna be exciting, guys. This is gonna be exciting.
5 minutes remain. Can I do it? In 5 minutes, can I draw Jenny as Big Chungus?
Oh no.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't.
I am taking the challenge. In 5 minutes, can I do it?
Don't! Nay, don't! Please don't! No, 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 no. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm warning you, Nate. It's not gonna work.
Photoshop, work!
No, don't.
I'm trying to draw a circle, and it's making it
No,
scribbles for some
don't.
reason.
Photoshop says no.
Photoshop says no.
Stop, because
I'm
apparently
trying,
people
but
have any-
Photoshop won't
No,
let me.
no, don't!
Photoshop
Don't
is
do
such a
it.
lame-o.
Photoshop.
The
Don't
Adobe
do it,
gods
Please, no.
do not want that heresy on their canvas.
Here, you know what? I'll just draw this because we're gonna need
Even-
something on the screen too.
Even Lava Media says don't do it. Don't do it. Like, do not listen to the chat.
Wow, my
Lava
Photoshop is really
Legends
lagging right now. I'm gonna probably have to reboot after I'm
Yeah. Yes. No way in hell are you gonna do that.
watching. I know I'm saying reboot Photoshop after the stream or whatnot because this is like really lagging behind. Watching. And
How nice to be joining us, Melody.
Nate,
Yeah. Hola.
Hello.
Yo.
Nate, I actually got the picture up already
Nah.
on
Check.
mini chat. It's in mini chat. You can copy and paste it there.
I'm trying to make a watching animatic BRB screen.
You can use this as
B.
well. You know.
3 minutes remaining.
Can I do it? Oh my god, Photoshop is going so slow. R.
You have
I'm not even touching it anymore and it's still trying to draw it. Okay.
Oh,
B.
this is the reason why
Let's
you need
just
to either
wait
upgrade your
for the
computer
moment.
or get a new computer for
Well,
your logo.
I got
home.
one I got it in Chicago. It's just like I haven't been in Chicago for 6 to 7 months now. That's my problem. Come on.
This is not gonna go well for us. I'm listening to SpongeBob right now, guys. Helps with the premiere, I guess, for me.
All right, and that'll have to do. All right, we are ready to go. 2 minutes remain.
Yeah, boy!
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the link here. 1 minute remains.
Do the drum rolls.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna send everybody. Hold on. I'm gonna send everybody the link here in the chat. Blah de blah. De blah. And we are gonna go now.
Wait. Are you gonna send this over to the main chat as well?
No, you guys will never see it. I'm kidding.
What?
It's right there.
There we go. Okay.
And now we're gonna mute ourselves. We're gonna go dark, and we're gonna let everybody watch it, and we're gonna come back when we're all done watching it. See you guys. Watch it. Love it. Maybe, hopefully, love it. See you guys in just a sec. We're gonna be going dark here. BRB.
All right.
Enjoy.
It's showtime.
Showtime. Woohoo. Bring that back. Bring that back. And okay, we should be right back to. We should be back. I just unmuted ourselves on the stream.
Hey guys! Hope you enjoyed it!
Heading back to the stream. Link. Where can I find the link? Where can I find the link?
In Hyrule.
I need an eagle for that, though.
What?
There we go. I got the link. I got the link. I'm going here. And paste.
Do you guys hear my dog barking?
Nope, we're good.
No.
All right.
Cool, because he won't shut up.
Yeah, boys! Welcome back!
Welcome back, everybody.
Yahoo!
Hey.
Yeah, well,
Why did you? What? Everyone's saying, why did you make it where we crushed the butterfly?
Oh no!
Because
that's what the script said. And Nathan
That was a bit of
demanded it.
savage.
Dad, give me my dead bug every day.
Oh.
okay, the reason why the butterfly had to die. This is the rationale.
Savage,
we
man.
had the nice peaceful moment with the cat, but we had to lead up to that. We had to like this is way back when we were writing it. We had to have a moment where Jenny learned the differences between a robot and a person. And the best way to do that without hurting Sierra or without hurting another person, other than like a Skyway officer, but she wouldn't have felt sympathy for that, is to do it to say an insect. and it makes the cat scene that much more impactful because you see her learn her lesson, which is exactly what Wakeman was saying.
Plus, it so thematically echoes the whole discerning between right and wrong, and she sees a superhero thing and then does something wrong, and so that's why the bug is dead.
The biggest problem that I'm gonna be having is finding ways to cut that down even shorter to be 15 minutes, or if we. Although I don't know if we're gonna need to. I'm leaving it. There's the whole point of the survey is to get the audience response. Speaking of which, let me link the survey now.
Was that longer than 15 minutes?
That was not count 19 if you count the beginning credits and the end credits, but that's not really genuine.
17.
It's about 17, 18 minutes.
I honestly didn't feel like I don't know. I guess because it's just I was really engrossed.
I know it doesn't feel like it is. I agree. It doesn't feel like it's 19 or 18 minutes, but it like I
mean that in a good way though. Like
Yeah.
like it's not like dragging or anything. It's just like yeah. But yeah, really really well done, Nathan.
Well, you did some stuff too. Everyone here did some stuff, not just me.
Captain.
Here. All right.
Well done to everyone else as well.
Yes. Well done to everyone who pitched in. Here is the survey for the chat. This is the whole reason why we decided to announce it early. We released this early is so we can get people's input on this. It's a long survey. Don't expect it to complete it in like 5 minutes. Some of these questions are long responses and stuff, but that's the point. We're like, we want to get your input. This is season 4 on 2002 JRB. It's just we're starting with a prequel, but it leads immediately after the activation day. We lead into season 4 as if you had just stopped watching season 3. I am tempted. I have never contacted Rob Renzetti. I have never mentioned him. I have never DM'd him. I have never even like. The only time I attached him in a tweet was the 15th anniversary when I was just saying this big thank you to the whole Teenage Robot community. That's the only time I have ever mentioned Robert Zetti. I am only tempted to do it now to get his input. That is the only not in the sense of like, what would you do? How would you rewrite this whole story? In the sense of like, what do you think of this? What do you think? I'm tempted, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know.
Not quite yet, anyway. I would say, like maybe wait till part 2's out.
Maybe.
He's aware of the project.
I'm more of the school of thought. Like, just go for it. But no, like I also understand the whole. Like,
I'm also.
nice and polished.
I'm also tempted to that guy, John Fountain. He's on the fan base and he continuously answers questions of the fan base, and he was a previous storyboard artist. I am interested in asking him questions on, or at least advice. Say the audience votes that, or says that recommends that we should cut this down to the 15 minutes or so. It's like runtime is too long. I'm tempted to ask him key points on how to cut scripts down while retaining the original
and what to cut.
Spirit. Yeah, on what to cut. I have an idea myself. I can't say it out loud because that would influence the survey. And I don't want to influence the survey. I want to get the audience's genuine reactions and stuff. I have an idea of which scenes need to be cut down, but I need to... My viewpoint can be skewed.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to pop out, but like I promised myself that I'd stay up for
yeah.
It
is like 12:30 a.m. for you. You should go to bed.
All right.
But congratulations, guys. Well done. It looks amazing, and I'm really happy to be part of the project. Thank you. But yeah, I'll let you get back to it then.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Later.
All right.
I haven't seen half that stuff either, so I think that was amazing.
Yeah, I try to keep it like a little bit of surprise for you guys too. I was a little worried when I sent it to Eddie that he would start posting all the scenes with the sound effects, and I'm like, oh no, don't do them all. Say some surprise, Eddie.
Oh, really?
What?
Wow.
But it all worked out in the end. Let's see. Do we have any questions? There are people who said that Robert Zetti had reported you in the past for this project. Is that true? No. He knows of this project. He says I know this is technically putting words in his mouth. But I'm only paraphrasing what he said in a stream that is like Cartoons for Cancer. You can go look that up. He's paraphrasing here. He said he's excited to see what we make. But our communication has never gone beyond that of him seeing what you guys see, the public. I've never sent him anything. I've never sent him an email. I've never sent him a message. I've never sent him anything of the sort regarding this project. So he knows of us, and we know of him. But that
And
is
even
the
Channel Frederator mentioned us too.
That fun fact. I don't think I've ever said this. I don't think I've ever told this story. Way back, August of 2014, just a month after this started, and after we premiered that teaser trailer, I'm fairly certain none of you were here yet because it was so early in the game.
I know I wasn't.
Yeah, it's like this is really early. The most I can say is maybe Nick was here. You were one of the early people on. Maybe.
Yes, I remember
this. This is August of 2014, so it might even be a stretch for you, Nick. It's like way back in the day. But way back then, I got an email from Frederator asking me to join their Channel Frederator thing on YouTube. I had to turn them down because I wasn't 18 yet.
See, we could now.
I
We
could now. I'm 21 now, so I could now, but like at the time I was 16, so I'm like, no.
I mean, we can try it again now to see if it's possible, at least.
No, well, I don't think Channel Frederator isn't even what it is, like what it was back then. And I'm not saying to say that like it's bad now or if it was better then. I'm just saying I think it's like gone through a lot of changes, and I don't think so. I don't know if we still qualify. Yes, I am 21. Mayozilla is Vexus going to be in this prequel? Yes.
Yes!
Yes, she is. She is in part 2.
Yes, she is!
She is in part 2. The goal of the prequel episode was to set up basically everything you heard in the first 2 seasons of Teenage Robot. Jenny being 5 years old, Jenny being like growing. You know, there's that one throwaway line in the first episode where Wakeman's like, your powers are still developing. And I'm like, and I think of way back in the day when we were writing this episode, we were thinking about like, how do we explain a robot developing her powers? Oh, what if she's like learning like to deal with her body and like is having screw ups and stuff? I don't know, but like that's basically what the goal of the prequel was, is to set up everything, set up the original show. The next stream, which is I should iterate, the part 2 is not going to be ready by the next stream, not by a long shot. But the next, someone's asking in the chat, the next live stream for us would be September 27th if everything goes fine. But like I said, part 2 is not going to be debuting September 27th. We still got a lot of work to do on that one, so don't expect that anytime soon. But it's in work in progress.
Someone already said that Channel Frederator is not the same. It's very corporate now.
Well, I think it also it's Frederator, the company I know has always been corporate, but I don't know if it's the same extends to Channel Frederator still. Like, it's easy to confuse the two, because I know I did back in the day. Oh no, we're not trying to Divergent Railways. If you are trying to cram 2 seasons into 1 episode, really that is difficult for the time frame up for. What you don't want to do is come overkill with this episode, feel crammed. No, you misunderstand. I'm saying that there's been throwaway lines in season 1 and 2 about certain events happening in the past, and that's what we wanted to cover. We wanted to take those throwaway lines and kind of build this whole little story that kind of mixes it all together into a coherent narrative. And that is why Vex is going to show up in part 2. Flutter Pony Legends. Did you guys make the soundtrack, or was it used soundtrack? The only soundtrack in that first...
It was test soundtrack.
Most of it was test soundtrack. There was one bit of original score, and that was the construction of Jenny. That whole intro with all the machines and stuff, building Jenny and building her parts, and Wakeman building Jenny, that is an original score. Everything else, though, is from different movies that are just temp scores to get the feel of the tone. So then we can then take that feeling that those scores are giving you, and then make our own music to fit those tones. And hopefully it'll be a seamless thing where you don't even like recognize the difference. I'm also checking the thing. Did I go silent? Is everyone still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just walking.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't drop there for a second.
No, I'm doing
I
a
can
survey.
Is Jenny going to
cool.
talk? Says Ricky Gamer.
Yes, she is. She is. We're building it up.
Yeah.
She talks, but it's just we're building it up.
Oh no, Frederick got bought out by a Canadian company.
Also, didn't Fred Cyber
Yes.
leave Frederator like 2 days ago?
I did not hear that news. That'd be news to me. Let me check. He's leaving WoW. Oh yeah, he is. He just resigned. I can't. Is he retiring or is he just straight up quitting?
No, he said he's gonna be like a voice casting agent or something.
Oh, so he's retiring from
From
handling business and just going to.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like he's. It sounds like it sounds like, at least from the outside of me looking into it for 20 seconds here, it seems like it's a decision on his part, and it's not like he's being forced out by anybody.
Yeah, no, totally.
Noble, bruh, Inky ain't Janie waterproof. I'll answer for you there. She is not waterproof.
Okay, on August 27th, he says, starting today, I decided to leave Frederator and go back to my roots as an independent cartoon producer who's constantly searching and finding unique talents with original voices.
Yeah, it sounds like he grew tired. Again, just my 20-second looking into this. It sounds like he grew tired of managing a big company and just wanted to get to the stuff he loved again. Good on him. I guess they're talking about the timely production means like getting episodes out faster. Inkmaker 2164 in the survey. Oh no, she's I guess we can emphasize this a little bit more in the background design. She's underneath a metal plate that is protecting her from the rain, and she's also got the newspaper on top of her to help her protect herself from the rain. I'm sure she's getting little itty-bitty water splashes here and there, but for the most part, she's protected herself. The Bendy Gamer 1. Ink Animates 1. _ I read that all out of order. Mayozilla. This series goes back how many years in the past with the original series? This first episode goes 5 years prior to episode 1 of season 1. Immediately after, we are present day in the series. The first episode is a prequel. Everything else is not. Everything else is a sequel.
Will we see Brad and Tuck? Says Ricky Gamer.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're not prominent characters though, and that's not a spoiler because I'm saying something that doesn't happen. They're there, but they are not prominent characters. They're not. You have now been introduced to basically 90% of all the prominent characters of Activation Day. The remaining being the cluster. So, but Brad and Tuck are there. It's just like they're not prominent in Activation Day.
It's like a cameo, I guess.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
No, I think this. Well, I guess I can put a deadline for survey, because I guess there'd be a time frame of like where we'd be accepting responses.
I
think I want to leave it up for a while though. I don't want to just a week and it's gone. Bye bye. Just because a lot of people are going to miss this. They got stuff to do. People are going back to college. I feel like I want to keep it up for at least a month so we can get some responses.
I see a good question here. It's like Sierra asked, "Can you shoot rockets? Can you fly?" But that was like, she says, "Can you fly?" after she actually flies. So it's like,
Yes.
is
Yes.
That was
that is-
actually that was partially my fault because I storyboarded that scene and I added in her flying around with the billboard, and I didn't realize that she actually asked later, "Can she fly?"
And then what happened was we can always go back and change it, but what happened when I was doing the audio, I tried to fix it where I just tried to like cut the bit where she says "Can you fly?" But unfortunately, the dialogue that had been recorded already, the "Can you you could hear the musical tone in Madison's performance. It peaks with "Can you fly?" You know, and it didn't peak at any other point in this, which is, you know, she read what she had. So we could go back and change it, but yeah, that's where the mistake is.
Mm.
I think the only way to fix it would be to go back and ask Madison to do a re-recording of that single line. I do need to ask her at one point to record a wait, because that, I don't know if anyone noticed, but that wait from Sierra was not Madison. That was someone else. Because I realized that we didn't have a wait from her, and I just wanted to get it in real quick. But
to me, it sounded very like radio-y.
yes, because it was recorded on a very poor microphone. Because I just needed someone. I needed a high-pitched voice actress to go wait, and I would literally just like anything, just whip out the phone, just real fast. Thank you.
Give me anything. Yeah. Wait. What? Everybody tries their best, Sierra.
Yes, Madison is awesome. She has a Twitter, Maddie to the Max.
She is.
She is a great voice actress. I wish she had more roles in our stuff.
And I do a very good whiteboard despite the fact that my
Jeremy
speed
Pina
time, my timing
17.
was...
Is Activation Day currently the only appearance for Sierra? Yes. She was originally going to cameo in another episode, but that got cut for time because we realized that we were slowly building a 20 to 40 minute episode in something that was supposed to be 11. And so we were like, oh man, we got to cut a lot of scenes. Bye, Sierra. Sorry.
But we will get her in the future.
Maybe. I don't know if we're going to bring her back yet or not. Did we vote on that in the Season 5 pitch meeting stuff?
I think so. Yeah, I pitched it.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, then I guess we are going to try and work her in some way. But obviously she's older than Tuck, but younger than Brad. She'd be somewhere in the middle.
So it's a middle school. If you honestly think about it, because you have Tuck in kindergarten, Brad in high school, and then so Sierra would be like middle school.
Yeah, I guess she probably would be in middle school, wouldn't she? Because Brad at this point, 5 years prior, is in middle school, or about to enter it, 6th grade at least. Tuck is like a toddler. He's like tiny.
He's a little baby.
And Sierra's like 8 years old right now, 7 or 8. We originally were gonna write her as a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, but she as we wrote her, she gradually grew up a couple years because we wanted her to get into superheroes and all that jazz and say more.
She was growing in real time.
Yeah, and we wanted her to, like, writing wise, we wanted her to say more complex dialogue, and it was kind of weird to hear like all that stuff come out of a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old's mouth, and it's like, maybe make her 8, maybe 9, somewhere in there.
Are we drawing stuff now as well, or are we just talking?
I have had a blank screen. I've been monitoring questions basically. I can draw something.
Because the guy was asking if you could draw Jenny in a dinosaur costume.
Jenny in a dinosaur costume. That is a first.
Oh boy,
I don't even know how to.
Funky, chunky looking dinosaur costume.
Photoshop working for me now? Please.
Another question was, who came up with Sierra?
I have no idea. I legit have no idea. I think Wes named her. I remember that. I think Wes came up with the name Sierra. I don't know where she came from, though. It's... Yeah, I have no idea. It goes too far back.
Why are you guys so silent all of a sudden? It keeps happening.
I'm drawing.
You're
I'm drawing.
screaming.
Now I'm focused on drawing now.
This isn't a meeting, guys. This is a fun time to talk and yell and scream.
I know. I'm focused on the drawing now of Jenny and the dinosaur. She's not happy about it.
Imagine it was like she was in one of those costumes, but then she has like a sign, and then she's like spinning the sign. When it's Skippy the evil wonder puppet. That looks so cute and adorable.
Reminds me like the costume from Fall Guys.
I ran out of room for the sickle claw, but it's a raptor. Oop, no, that's...
Wait, are you actually drawing it now?
Oh, are you? Oh, that's right. I never shared my screen, did I? With you guys
I don't think so.
on Discord. Everyone can see it on the stream, but you guys.
Nah,
can't
we've
see
had to watch it through YouTube.
it. My bad.
Oh, okay. I guess my YouTube stream was just frozen or something because I was still on watching the Animatic BRB.
There we go. Jenny in a sketchy dinosaur velociraptor raptor costume. I don't know if it shows a specific species, but other than dromaeosaur. Will Jenny develop PTSD for killing a butterfly? Probably not, but she's definitely feels sad about it.
Feels bad, man.
Pepe Jenny when?
We can work that into the storyboard just like we did with Roblox Jenny.
Yeah, exactly. Pepe Jenny and like maybe Peepo Brad. It's like,
Poggers Jenny.
Oh dear.
We gotta
So
get
what
the
is
Pogger
Jenny
face.
selling here?
I don't know. It's just like she's whole.
Selling something.
Someone said the spinning arrow, and I just rolled with it. We're like, all right, she's got the.
Oh, cool. Selling
the
something
progressive
stupid like
commercials.
beepers.
This is the.
Blockbuster.
It's the standard teenage job where it's like you're just trying to get some money, and they tell you
Yep.
to dress up, and get on the street corner.
Sell some fax machines or some other obsolete like technology like beepers.
Luke Oliver, why does some of the music in the Animatic sound like it's from the '98 Godzilla soundtrack? Because it is from the '98 Godzilla soundtrack. I was I was the editor of the Animatic, so I basically had free reign on which music I decided to use to represent which factions. And whenever I thought of Skyway, I always thought of the military theme in the Godzilla '98 soundtrack, the horns, the brass. And I am hoping that we can turn. There's a brief theme in Cluster Prime when the humans are forming the rebellion or whatnot, the resistance, and I'm hoping we can kind of take that and kind of turn it into a Skyway theme. If Skyway doesn't have their own brassy theme already, which I'm pretty certain they don't. But yeah. And then what the other decisions were, whenever Jenny was in like factory mode, or like when she was like fighting, or when the lab theme basically was inspired by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then we heard some of those
I recognize
cues.
that one.
We heard some, yeah. We had the River Cruise Part 2 when she was fighting the Skyway officers. And then whenever we were on Sierra, apart from this one little bit from the '98 soundtrack, I was mostly taking the inspiration from the Amazing Spider-Man score by James Horner. I liked the part of that score is that it's got this kind of sound where it kind of sounds like it's almost like kind of this innocence to it, and that's kind of like it instantly made me think of Sierra a lot. And there's a couple of bits of that where the score was kind of just having fun, and specifically when it's a track called Basketball. That was a big influence for Sierra. And then the interrogation scene was inspired by the Dr. Kurt Connors bits in The Amazing Spider-Man. And I think that's all the inspirations. I think that's all the sources for the sound. There's some brief itty-bitty bits of Star Wars Clone Wars and a quick, really brief strings bit from The Incredibles, but I think I just pretty much grabbed those because they were not necessarily going for a tone or anything, just going for, oh, high-pitched strings. There's some high-pitched strings. Let me grab that. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and then the cat scene. That was the Ice Age soundtrack. And I think, yeah, that's all the score. That is all, yeah, that's all, everything. I'm not gonna lie, I like to see Jenny meeting someone like Batman or Super. I would want to put more effort into that than just a brief little sketch on stream. I would want to do it the classic cartoon Adam West style, like Scooby-Doo meets Batman, only Jenny meets Batman. I want to draw her in a completely different style, in the same title card pose with the Robin and Batman right there. I want to put more effort into it than just a quick little sketch on stream. Maybe another time. Will there be more used music in Part 2 of the Animatic? Yes, because the whole point of building the Animatic with temporary music is because not only does it give you a sense of the tone that the music is going for, but it also gives a sense of what the composer needs to do. You know? I mean, it's always a risk that the director gets too attached to the temp music to the point where it restricts the composer. I try not to do that. I try. But I still think temporary music is essential because you need to find that musical tone before you actually start writing themes and stuff. You need to, at least me as a director, I need to find, all right, what do I want this musically to sound like? Do I want it to sound like a military march? Do I want it to sound like this gentle little piano piece? Do I want it to sound like this high-pitched strings or this intense guitar soundtrack? I need to find it. And then I build it in the animatic, and then I give that to the composer, and the composer goes, okay, so how do I get this tone without copying the themes that he chose? And I'm gonna be adamant about that. Don't copy the themes. I don't want these same themes. I want some new themes, but the same tone. Was Spider-Man 2 a reference? You're gonna have to clarify it. A reference to what? No, Noble Bra.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No, I hate the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's an awful movie. I assume he means the good one. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2.
Or the Spider-Man Home stuff?
Maybe. I don't think that they didn't get an official 2 next to it though. It was. I mean, I guess it's technically Spider-Man 2 for the MCU, but it's easier to say Far From Home. You're gonna have to clarify though, Spider-Man, Noble Bruh. Reference to what? Spider-Man 2 being. Talk like Yoda, I do.
The Sam Raimi one.
Yes, but like, what a reference to what, Noble Bruh? Like, what was Spider-Man 2 a reference in what? The creation of the animatic overall, the story, or like, what do you?
Is it the Dressurius one?
Oh, Teleconnect bolts. Do I need Photoshop for volunteer work? I only have Clip Studio. You can use whatever program's comfortable for you, as long as you can make whatever you want to make. Or what you need to make, I should say. As long as you can make what you need to make, you're A-okay. There's a big controversy about MCU Spider-Man being quote-unquote Spider-Boy and growing up into... and not being Spider-Man yet, and not... I like that. I like that he's a teenager, that he's not all there yet. We're all used to, in our cinematic Spider-Man, we're all used to college-age Spider-Man, where he's got it down, where he's like Spider-Man in his prime. That comes so far down the comics. You want your time as quote-unquote Spider-Boy in high school and as a immature teenager. That's the heart of Spider-Man. You want that time. And then I hope that they continue with the MCU, that they don't just end it after the third one with the MCU Spider-Man, because I think it would be perfect if they do this 3 years of kind of this Spider-Man, Spider-Boy sort of deal where he's in high school and stuff, and then after that trilogy, then we get the, like, what we're used to, the Tobey Maguire, the Andrew Garfield style, where it's like college-age Spider-Man being Spider-Man, you know, being competent, being like, he's got everything down, you know? I hope that's the case, because that's the heart of Spider-Man right there. You're watching a kid kind of grow up, but you're still watching a kid being a kid. You got a little Spider-Man tangent there. We are going to be wrapping up here though, because not only do I need to pack for tomorrow, because I'm moving literally at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still not packed. But we're about to hit our 2-hour mark anyway. So, any final questions, everybody? Yes, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. That's a tragedy.
Yeah.
I'm sad now.
I can't believe he kept that secret for so long.
Right?
The entire time. He got that news. He said his spokesperson said he was battling it for 4 years. So he got that news when he was filming.
They said he was diagnosed in like 2016.
Yeah, so like when Civil War came out, he was diagnosed. And he was battling terminal cancer for 4 years, doing Black Panther, doing Infinity War, doing Endgame. That's insane. When does Jenny get her voice? In part 2 of the animatic. Will the cat die? I can promise you that the cat does not die. The cat is safe. Hey Nate, what is your favorite Godzilla movie? Zero Virus 567. Favorite in terms of quality, Godzilla 54. That's the masterpiece that started it all, and it's still the best Godzilla movie ever made. In terms of personal favorite, Godzilla 2014. I really like that movie. But I submit to the not submit. I bow to the fact that 1954 and a few other Godzilla movies are better films than 2014. That's my personal favorite. It's kind of like Star Wars, where my personal favorite's Revenge of the Sith, but I absolutely recognize that Empire Strikes Back is the best one. Objectively speaking.
Personally, I prefer the third one, episode 3.
Yeah. Do you guys have a Jenny voice? Yes, we do.
Oh, but I prefer
We also have multiple backups for Jenny's voice.
Including you.
Oh, well, that's...
Wait, we do?
Well... So it's like
I
we
love
have
them.
we have our star Jenny and we have a bunch of understudies.
Under Jenny's.
Yes, under Jennies.
What a bunch of Jenny.
Jenny.
we have.
I think he's saying Godzilla, Jenny versus Godzilla. Yes, it's very famously that I originally had a Godzilla versus Jenny episode. I killed it because it needed to be done. it needed it to be put out of its misery, and it was only fitting
You need to
that
tone down.
I needed to old yeller it. Spoilers for old yeller. I needed to put it down. It was turning rabid. It was turning foul. We have technically a voice for Nora. He hasn't recorded anything in a while, but we have a voice for Nora.
This is why you don't do voice recordings before you finish the script or edits on the script.
Well, no, the activation day's been done for. I think that was one of the first episodes we finished.
Well,
It's just
yeah.
that was way back.
it's
I think
like-
that was completed back in 2015. It was way back.
Yeah, but you know, you always have to make changes, right?
It wasn't that. There were some minor dialogue tweaks, but I only changed the dialogue because I knew I didn't like. When I go back and change dialogue for stuff that's already been recorded, I make a rule for myself that I try as hard as I can to not modify the dialogue that's already been recording. I try to work around it. That's stuff that's already been recorded. I only if it's like there's no other option. I have to modify dialogue and I have to ask someone to re-record a piece of dialogue. If there's only no other option, it needs to be done. That's when I will do it. But other than that, I try to work around it. So if like that's why Sierra's lines, there's still the weight thing. I try to work around it so hard. You know, I tried to work around. Does she really need to say wait? Does she need to say? Could she say something else that's already in the voice tracks? And I was like shifting through the recording that Madison did, trying to find something that would work, and it just like it's like.
Couldn't like hey work? It's like hey.
Yeah, but it's like
You know?
she has a few heys in there, but it's like. I don't think I mean I have to scan through it again. I don't think there was a hey though that was like alert, like hey wait, you know, like something like that. Like hey, and something. Everything was kind of like oh hey how you doing or like hey, over here. It was more like a gentle.
Oh my
hey.
god. All I'm thinking about now is the Lego people saying hey.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Lego City's on fire. You need to build the fire chopper.
Will Armageddon
Yes.
return? Nope. Although,
Ah.
fun fact, in a very early version of this story, Activation Day, it opens with Armageddon getting defeated. It's like right before we fade into the credits, and it's like it's one of those like flashback scenes where we see where it's like and I'll tell you, it was directly inspired by Godzilla Final Wars, because in Godzilla Final Wars it opens with Godzilla getting trapped in the Antarctic. And I'm like, oh, what if it's like in Teenage Robot where it opens and we just cut to the battle where Armageddon's getting trapped in the lava and he's fighting Skyway. But it was cut for time, and it was never even boarded. It was cut so early in the process.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Maddie.
Hey.
Hey, Maddie arrived.
Who? Wait, what?
No, I was
Maddie's
inside
in the
and
chat.
you guys were explaining about the soundtracks and stuff,
Matt,
and
Max!
inspirations.
Oh my God!
Everyone go
You're
subscribe
here!
to her.
You're
Subscribe
awesome!
to her right now.
Do you
Go
guys think
go
that
subscribe to
that
her right now,
I made
everybody.
most of this stuff?
Subscribe to her, guys. Subscribe to her.
I hope you've been well. We have not communicated in a while. I hope you're doing awesome, Maddie. You're great. Sierra, you should watch it. You're great. It worked out so well. Yes, Final Wars. a man
Doing
of
the voice
culture.
acting?
Yeah, she was Sierra.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cute.
Yes. Final Wars. Ironically, I think Final War Quinn Craftables. Ironically, I think Final Wars is an awful movie. I just think it's a great like Godzilla love letter where it's like the creators so obviously just wanted to like send out a love letter to the franchise. It's kind of hard not to like in that regard, but in terms of like script, acting, cinematography, it's a really bad movie.
It's like how the Star Wars sequel trilogy from Disney's. Kind of
Well,
like that,
I feel
you know?
like you can make an argument for that, but yes, kinda.
J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson tried their hardest to make love letters to this series, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're wrapping it down here on questions, and I do need to wrap up here because I really do need to pack. I'm behind.
You need to go soon.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What's up?
And shall I say something to all of you, including the audience, before we go?
Okay.
Well, first of all, and as you, Nathan, mentioned me, I'm trying to get all the scenes done with the sound design.
Oh,
I couldn't have done all of them.
Yeah. It's okay. That's fine. It's fine. I didn't want you to.
Because-
I didn't want you to stress yourself because I know it was kind of last minute.
No problem. I'm just giving out the reasons for the audience and that I didn't done all of the scenes because number one is I mostly work on in real life stuff like doing a 3D freelancing portfolio, and number two, my computer is moved out elsewhere. I mean, in some other places, which is outside at my house.
You don't have to tell the audience.
Totally
that.
understandable. Totally understandable. I totally. It's like no need to excuse yourself there. It's like it's totally understandable, man.
Well, I'm just giving out my reasons, you know.
Yeah. What do you think about the Godzilla movies anime one? I guess this will be the last question. First one was decent. Second one was awful. Third one was better than the second, but worse than the first. That's my quick reviews of the 3 Godzilla anime movies. All right. All right, so I think we're going to wrap up here for today. Thank you all for joining in with us as we watched part 1 of our rough animatic. Be sure to complete the survey when you can. It's going to be up for a while. Yeah, everyone have a great day.
And I want to thank you guys for supporting my work with the sound design. And, I really, really appreciate it to be working with you guys.
And I appreciate working with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Same here.
Only good things to come, hopefully. Knock on wood.
I can't wait.
So
for the second
this is Eddie GH36 saying to all of you, I love you, and have a nice evening.
All right. See you. See you.
See
everybody.
ya.
Everyone have a great day. See everybody.
Bye!
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Adios, amigos.
Call dismissed.
Hasta
Au revoir.
luego, muchachos.
And remember, the universe is a hologram. Bye.